This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, and we've got Nate, I think, let's see, KC3VHD. Nate, are you still with us, sir?
KC3VHD. Nate, are you still with us, sir? Hey, Roger that. I still hear you. Charlie was unaudible to me, though. He was right in my noise floor there, coming in about an S5 there, right at the noise floor. Copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's, he's got a really big amp, but unfortunately it's at the doctor's office for a coughing visit, and we've not got any word on when it may be cured and sent back to Charlie. Roger, Roger?
Any word on when it may be cured and sent back to Charlie. Roger, Roger? Oh, hey, Roger that. I didn't know he's having trouble. Yeah, I'm just running under watching the wire here. You're coming in loud and clear, though. You're full S9 here to Washington, Pennsylvania. How am I doing on your end?
Gosh, I'm copying you through Pennsylvania SDR, and you seem to be about 8 over on that SDR. If you would be interested, what we do on this net is do transmitter setups. So if you would be interested, what radio are you running this afternoon, Nate?
You would be interested, what radio are you running this afternoon, Nate? That'd be the Yaesu FT-891 with an inverted V, 80-meter dipole.
Roger, FT-891. Is that a newer radio or an older radio?
Roger, FT-891. Is that a newer radio or an older radio? I believe it's older technology. It's not SDR. It's old transistor, but it's the small little shack in the box, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Now, let me ask you another question. It sounds like you might be in some duress in your Radio Shack. Where is your Radio Shack located? I mean, is it in it sounds like it's in a work area, maybe. I'm not real sure, Roger.
It sounds like it's in a work area, maybe. I'm not real sure, Roger. It's in my wife's office here, sir. How you sounding?
Well, it sounds like pretty pushed. So if you'd be interested in our setup procedure, it starts, usually with newer radios, we suggest selecting the 100 to 2900 transmit band pass, 100 to 2900 transmit band pass, but your radio may be a fixed band pass, so it is what it is. So our first part of the setup procedure is compression on at a 3. It's a token amount, something you'll never hear on the air, but it helps us reach our 3 dB dynamic range at the end of the setup. So it's a compressor on at a 3. Then that's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how your compressor is labeled, Roger.
Your compressor is labeled, Roger. Okay, Roger. I'm not sure. I never really went through. I'm just running all the stock settings, basically. You copy that?
Yes, sir, but you're too hot. You're very hot. Your dynamic range is like about a dB, so you're really smashed. You sound smashed up against the wall. And what I'd like to do is give your audio a little life. And so if you would be interested in our setup, you're very loud, but you're not distorted. So it starts with a compression on at a 3, Roger.
So it starts with a compression on at a 3, Roger. Roger that, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor Hotel Delta. Hey, I just switched my mic there. How's that?
No, well, do you know how to get to a number 3 on your compressor? Just dial up number 3, a compression number 3 input, Roger, on your compressor.
Dial up number 3, a compression number 3 input, Roger, on your compressor. Hang on, I gotta look that up.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Is it simpler just to back off the compression? You know, what we're talking about is such a little bit of compression. It really doesn't make any difference one way or the other. So if you have a compression out switch, compression off, that would do just fine also without having to look it up. Roger?
Compression off, that would do just fine also without having to look it up. Roger? You're an idiot.
Thank you very much, sir. And so as you observe life, seem to be the same family. So Nate, like I say, you can back off that compression, just turn it off.
Like I say, you can
back off that compressor, just turn it off.
You keep leveling with him.
Hi, Nate. Still have a copy, sir? Hi, Nate. Still have a copy, sir?
Yeah, I'm not sure where that setting control is, so I'm not going to be able to copy today, okay? How often do you run this net? I'll come back to you again when I find these.
Yes, sir. Every Friday afternoon so far for the last 6 years. Every Friday afternoon between 3:30 and 5 on this frequency, 7188 for the past 6 years. Hopefully we'll continue for another 6 years, but we'll need to know the location for your compressor, where your ALC is, and where your equalization is to set your radio up. So you might look those up and then join us next Friday.
Hey, Roger that. I'll give that a shot next time, sir. Thank you for wanting to help me.
Yes, so you did know where your mic gain control is, Roger?
You did know where your mic gain control is, Roger? There's a compression switch on the back of the mic there. That's all. I just turned it to the other setting.
Roger. Well, it sounds better that way. You were really hot before. What we do is we take it on from the compression on right on through to the ALC and set your level really where you have 3 dB dynamic range. So it's very fat but undistorted, and your average percent of peak modulation is 80 to 85% of average peak modulation, and then we go into your EQ. So we'll be looking for you next Friday, Roger.
Hey, Roger that. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Victor Hotel Delta. I'll ride along for a little bit, see if you can help somebody else out. Thank you very much. 73.
Roger, Nate, 73 of that way. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, and we record now live till 5, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.